Okay, let's keep moving down the list here. We're going to jump into this next piece of instruction. And our question is, how do you simplify expressions with exponents? So let's read through this first little bit here, and then I'll give you some guidance on what to do next. Earlier in this course, you learned about numerical expressions, which are made up of numbers and operation symbols, such as these, the symbol for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Numerical expressions do not have an equal sign at the end of them. Instead of solving a numerical expression, you simplify the expression, which means grouping as many like terms together and finding the value of the expression. So once again, this would be a good thing to put in your notes if you want to pause the video. And you could simplify this to say, in a numerical expression, or just write down numerical expression, and then write down these keywords. You simplify the expression, and a note that means grouping as many like terms together to find the value of the expression. So now would be a good time to pause the video and add what makes sense to you in this section to write some of those important concepts down. So pause, and then you can push play again when you're ready. All right, let's continue. You also learned the order of operations for simplifying expressions. At that time, though, you had to skip the step for exponents. So when we talked about this right here, the order of operations, some of you might know the little saying, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or PEMDAS, or however you've learned it. We haven't gotten to the exponent step now. So now that you've learned what exponents are, you can follow the entire order of operations. So let's look at an example. And this is just a reminder of the order of operations, that we begin with parentheses, then exponents, then multiplication and division in the order that we see them, and then addition and subtraction in the order that we see them. So this is going to walk us through an example, and feel free to include this in your notes as well. These are the types of directions we're going to see. Simplify the expression. 5 squared, or 5 to the second power, plus 15. So based on our order of operations, we don't have any parentheses. The next thing on the list is exponents. We do have an exponent here, so we're going to begin with the exponent. So 5 squared means that 5, the base, is multiplied by itself 2 times. So 5 times 5. Then we can solve that to get 25. Okay, so we've simplified this part. 5 squared is 25. Then we need to go ahead and add 15. So that is what's shown here. Solve using addition. 25 plus 15 solved for 40. Okay, so what you're going to do next, I'm just going to walk through the next things for your agenda today, and then you can go back to this and do this on your own, is to simplify these expressions. So practice with these expressions. And then once you're done, click on Show Answer to compare your work with the correct answers and see where you maybe had some hits, where you got it right, and where you maybe are missing some information. This is for your own learning. So work through these problems, and then you can check your answers. Next, you're going to go into each of these examples that are really just a really simple and visual way to walk you through just additional examples. So these aren't problems you're doing on your own. They're each examples that won't take you a ton of time to go in and do. So after you're done with that is when you have some problems in your textbook. So you're going to go to these pages in your textbook, page 162, 163, and just complete these problems on the following pages, 164 and 165. And that's to practice identifying the exponent and simplifying expressions. Once you are done with that, you can go into review and click on, like it says here, the link below to watch the Exponents Brain Pop movie. And if you'd like, you can access the transcript as well, you can just watch the video if you'd like when you're ready to review. So once you've done all of those things, you have finished that last little bit with these examples here and checked your answer, done the visual examples 1, 2, and 3, and done your problems in your textbook. You've done your review, watched the video, then you're ready to do your practice. So you have, I believe, 3 questions to practice your skills with what is an exponent, and then take your quick check, which is also either 3 or 4 questions. If you would like, you can do the practice with a partner. So if you want to reach out to someone to do this together, you are more than welcome to do that together, or actually any of these steps above. Okay, feel free to reach out to myself or Mr. Ryan if you have questions on any of this, and have fun.